Hey guys, how are you doing? It's Katharyne. I hope you are having an amazing week. I wanted to make a video just because we have so many things going on at the moment that I wanted to share with you. Most of them are actually completely free. So we've been giving freebies away like crazy. We've been giving away resource packs, GPTs, and even an entire course. So I wanted to talk about those things, make sure that you're caught up with everything. So let's get started. The first thing I wanted to tell you guys about is that we have just put out a brand new resource pack. So you really enjoyed the last two that we did, the Goblin Core and the Western Niche resource pack. Some of you have been so nice. I've had great feedback on these resource packs. And some of you were even saying like, hey, can you turn this into a subscription? I would be happy to sign up for it. Maybe we'll do something like that in future, but at the moment, I thought I would just put this out again as free or pay what you want. And I have to give a big thank you to those of you who have been sending little bits of PayPal or Venmo our way. That's been really, really kind of you, and we do appreciate it. So we add this to the Western Niche resource pack, the Goblin Core resource pack. The latest one is Cryptids. And I'm going to go through this in a lot more detail in just a minute. Before I do that, I want to talk about our AlphaBet course. So we launched the AlphaBet course last week, and guys, the feedback we have had from you has been absolutely incredible. One person called it the best thing on the internet, so that was really appreciated. Thank you for that. The reviews we've had have been amazing on Gumroad, very comprehensive and detailed. I learnt quite a lot about kids' books. Very detailed info, great explanations. Wow, amazing, great content and value, excellent information and insight. Just the best course around for writing kids' books. Thank you. And we've also had a ton of great feedback in our groups as well. So thank you so much for that. It's really appreciated. I'm so glad you're enjoying the course. We put a lot of love and a lot of work into it. And so it's great to see how many of you have taken it on board and are publishing kids' books. Quite a lot of you have already reached out to me and said, hey, I've published my book. I did it thanks to your course. And I know one lady said that she'd had a story in her head forever. And now she has the tools to create it. And she's gone ahead and done that and published her book to Amazon. I love seeing you guys follow through on your dreams and being able to put those products out there so that people can buy them. So I was super excited to hear that feedback. If you missed it, this is the AlphaBet course. The reason we called it the AlphaBet course is because it's about creating books for Generation Alpha. So the kids of today, Generation Alpha, are born after 2010. Isn't that crazy? So this is all about what appeals to Generation Alpha and how to create books for them. So it's a whole big course. There's a lot in there. I'll show you the course first. There's a lot of classes in here. It is a full course. There's the introduction, then we talk about needs, we talk about emotional depth, we talk about how to tap into seasons, trends, lots in here on trends and how you turn a trend into a children's book. So if you're looking around in a store in Target or Walmart and you see a toy or something cool for kids, this shows you how you can be inspired by this and turn that inspiration into a book, like without copying anything, with just being inspired by the trends that you see around you for kids. So we go really deep into that. And there's a PDF guide that's really awesome in this. I'll show you that in a moment. There's also a storybook GPT, and I've been getting great feedback on the GPT. And what a GPT is basically a little app that works inside ChatGPT for a specific function. The Storybook GPT helps you along the different steps of creating a storybook for children. And it actually goes into quite a lot of detail. It starts by pitching you story ideas based off your ideas. If you don't have any ideas at all, it will help you. It will give you some ideas. It will pitch those to you, and then you can work with it to develop your ideas into a storybook for kids. Very user-friendly. It's very easy. People are saying they put together stories in minutes using it and have got those published. So it's going really well. Great feedback. And that is included absolutely free in the course. I walk through the whole process of putting a book together in Tangent templates. So I know a lot of you have been using Tangent templates for a long time. This shows you how you can build a beautiful storybook using Tangent templates, and I use it for both the books that I demonstrate in this course. And I do show you 2 books that I made using this process, using Tangent templates and Midjourney and ChatGPT. So this is a great way to get your books up, selling, published. Of course, I have a walkthrough on how to get it published on KDP. So this takes you through the whole process from 0 ideas, 0 knowledge of creating a book, right through to getting it published on KDP. And I believe if you watch this course, I think it's about 2.5 to 3 hours. If you watch this course, I believe that you can get your book published the next day, and it'll be on Amazon within a couple of days. And I know this because several people have emailed me and told me they'd done it. They've worked through the course and they have got their book published on Amazon. And Amazon are really fast at the moment with publishing kids' books. Low content takes a little bit longer to get published, but these kids' storybooks, they are up and published within usually about 2 days unless there's an issue. And most issues are very quickly fixable, but generally books are being published within 2 days. So that is awesome. And then there's even a little bit on how to market your book. I think that kids' books are very, very marketable. You can always reach out to schools, to churches, to your local dental office, pediatrician, to youth groups. There are so many places to market kids' books and so many connections to make. So I actually think they're kind of one of the easiest books to sell on Amazon. So that's the course. And not only do you get the course, but you get this awesome PDF guide. And I put a ton of work into this. So the PDF guide has so much in it. It's got some articles about how to write a children's book, and it also has life challenges. So this is a really powerful thing to put into your books, like understanding what the challenges are that face children at different stages is really, really valuable, because these are all things you can create books about, like establishing a bedtime routine, overcoming shyness, navigating early friendships and conflicts. So it's got all of that in for different steps, because obviously what a small child's going to be facing is very different from what a teenager might be facing. I've got story formats. So if you're not sure how to structure a story, this has got some help in here. So what I've tried to do with this course is really tailor it to how much work you want to do on your books. So if you want to make the whole book with AI, you can pretty much do that using this course. If you want to do the work yourself, you want to write, you want to actually exercise your creativity in your writing, I've given you a bunch of tools to help you with that. As well as story formats, we've got some non-fiction formats, how to write a book that is a non-fiction book. We've got deep value goals. We've got character archetypes, writing styles. There is literally so much in here. Things to avoid. There's keywords, how to promote your books, 100 ideas for promoting your books. There is so much in that PDF. It is just huge value. There's the Storybook GPT. You can click that. It will open up in ChatGPT, and you can just get it to build a story for you in minutes. So that's a super valuable tool. And all of this is absolutely free. Just go to alphabet.tangent.rocks and you will be able to sign up and start watching the course right away. And if I could ask you one teensy favor, there is an invite box when you sign up for this. If you could invite a friend, I would be so grateful. We would love to share this with more people, and you guys can help me by sharing it with a friend. And I think after you've seen what's in this, I think your friend will be actually really grateful for the free course and for all the free goodies that come with it. At least I would hope so. If they've got any interest in publishing books, this is a great path in. It's such an easy way to create a book. And once you've learned the process, you can create all kinds of graphical books, picture books. Tangent Templates is amazing for this. So I hope you have a lot of fun with this. I hope you want to share this with your friends. I would be so grateful if you do. Now, before we jump into the cryptids, I've got something else really fun to show you. This isn't a freebie, but it's awesome. It is a t-shirt that I just made. So I've made these t-shirts and also the hoodie that you see me wearing in front of my beautiful bougainvillea. I also have a hoodie here. And, oh, here we go. I'm terrible at this. I should never, get You know those jobs on Wheel of Fortune when it's like, ooh, I would be terrible. I'd just be in the wrong place. Like, where am I? Hello? Oh, okay. So here, here is the hoodie, which says, not a real artist. Why did I make a hoodie that says not a real artist? Because real artists are being mean to me. They are being super mean. They don't like the AI. I'm sorry, guys, but AI is the future. It is in everything. It's in Google. It's in Facebook. It's in Adobe. It is in, I don't know, everywhere. Everything. Amazon. All of the corporations have shoved generative AI deep into their systems. It's not going away. It is where we're at. It is what we have to learn if we want to stay on board for the future. I think if you don't learn AI at this point, it's going to be a struggle. Life is going to suck. I have been accused of stealing art. I have been accused of being a colonist. I have been accused of some very nasty things. And I would like to say none of them are true. AI does not work by stealing art in any form. It is not regurgitating. It is not collaging. It is not storing it all in a database and just like throwing it back out. That's not how it works. What has happened is that AI has been trained on just millions of bits of data. It could be text, it could be articles, it could be videos, it could be images, photographs, everything, graphics. AI has been learning and learning and learning, and whether you're using ChatGPT or Midjourney or whatever tool you're using, AI has been trained on a lot of data. Now, sure, there may be questions about whether it is ethical to train computers on data, but it was publicly accessible data. Artists learn from data. Computers learn from data. What it's not doing is copying. It has learned from it. It has gone away and figured out, okay, this is what a flower is, this is what a cat is, this is what a sad cat looks like, this is what a cat that's painted in graffiti looks like. And now it can build pictures from the ground up. So I can understand that maybe you feel like training AI on data is not the right thing to do. I disagree. The way I see it is that we're all kind of building on the shoulders of everyone else. So we couldn't have a book without words. We couldn't have words without the alphabet. So it's really just a matter of like what level can we learn and can we create from? Because that's really what we all do. Computers just do it a whole lot faster. But what you're probably not going to see is anything that infringes on copyright, because ChatGPT, Midjourney, all the other AI tools are designed to avoid infringing on copyright. So when people say it's stealing art, it's copying art, it's regurgitating art, that's not true. That's not a valid argument. A valid argument may be, I don't think it's ethical to train computers on data. But at the end of the day, what are you going to do? It's happened, it's not going away. And at this point, all the corporations are going to be doing this. And if we don't do this, we're going to get left behind. So I'm here on behalf of you guys, independent entrepreneurs, creators. We've got to keep learning. We've got to keep growing. That's really all there is to it. Otherwise, we're going to get buried. And that is the truth. If you really hate AI, if you really hate AI, if you think it's stealing, if you think it's unethical, quit Facebook. Because everything in Facebook is AI. They are investing millions, hundreds of millions into generative AI. It is embedded in the platform. If you hate AI, why are you attacking me? Why don't you attack Facebook? Why don't you attack Amazon? Like, why don't you boycott all of those corporations? Because it's not me. The impact I have, tiny. The impact Facebook and Amazon and Google and Adobe have, that's where you should be focusing your attention if you don't like this. Personally, I'm kind of on board. I'm like, great, let's give everyone access to human knowledge. Let's all grow and build and create and develop together. And that's kind of the future I see. So that's my stance on it. So if you want to join me, then go ahead and get a Not a Real Artist t-shirt or hoodie. I actually really like the hoodies. For me, I think the hoodies are really where it's at. There we go. Oh, there's the hoodie. And you can go and purchase those on Amazon right now. I'll put the links in the bottom. And I have one more thing to share. Before we go back to the cryptids, I want to give you a promo code for Imagine. So it is my birthday on the 30th of July. So to celebrate, I decided to give you $30 off Imagine because 30/30. So if you would like to take me up on that, what you can do is go to imagine.tangent.rocks. So this is how you're going to use it. You go to Buy Now and you're going to put your information in here. And if you already have Tangent templates, you can unclick this box. So that will reduce the price by $50 if you already have Tangent templates. So you're just going to fill in your information here, and then you're going to click Sign Up. Now on the next screen, what you're going to do is go to Add Discount, and you're going to put Happy Birthday, and click Apply. And there you go. That will reduce the price by $30. So that's a really good deal on Imagine. We've given you $30 off. And if you haven't looked at Imagine, it is absolutely huge. We have an interview with Sasha O'Hara, who made $1 million from her coloring books. She actually took my last coloring book course. She rolled with it, made $1 million, and is back to talk about it in this course. I interviewed Jordan Colton, another amazing rock star of coloring books. He created horror movie themed coloring books. Incredibly successful. Were picked up by MST3K for their reunion, a big TV show. There's an interview with Laurie Colwell. She's an amazing expert at publishing. And Sarah Flockin, the PR expert. So some great interviews in here. And I've added a ton of new videos to this as well. I've updated it for version 6 of Midjourney. So we talk about style references, we talk about character references, we talk about the Midjourney website. There is so much in here and all the goodies that are hidden in the new Midjourney website. So the course is up to date. We've even put a ton of stuff in the resources. So the prompt catalog has been updated for version 6. There are literally, I think there's 180 new prompts in here for version 6. So whatever coloring book or style you are trying to create, you can do that. There's this prompt catalog with literally hundreds of prompt styles in there. And in the resources, we have added this new book, which is my style references, 90 style references for children's books. So if you want to create a children's picture book that has this vibe, you can absolutely do that. There's literally 90 styles in here that are all completely different and will give your book a unique look and feel. So all of that is in Imagine. And one of the most powerful tools in Imagine is Tangent Crystal, which is our unique tool which processes coloring book images, takes all of the grey out of them and turns them into nice, neat, crisp vector images. If I go across to Midjourney, and as you can see, Midjourney is amazing. I've been creating so many things. Thanks to Ryan Mishaw for this prompt here. He posted it in our AI adventure, and I love it. Look at this moose. How cool is that? It's such a great prompt. If I search for my colouring images that I've generated recently, let's take a look. As this is a cryptid thing we're working on, let's take... Ooh, what have we got? Let's take this picture of this birdie, and I'm going to download that, and I'm going to upload it to Tangent Crystal. Cool. And what you can see is that this actually takes all of the grey out. You can't see any grey in this image at all. It looks like he's got too many claws, so that's okay. So what we can do is actually change the brightness on this. So you can make it darker if you want darker pictures. You can make it lighter if you want lighter pictures. And all you're doing is finding the sweet spot of where it's nice and colorable. And if you want to smooth it out a bit, you can just reduce the details. And it makes a really nice coloring book image with lots of space for you to color and no gray shading. And it also has this handy eraser tool. So what you can do is actually go in, and if you don't like that claw, you can go in and actually edit it out in Crystal. You can also edit it in Midjourney yourself, but it's just another helpful little thing that is in Imagine. So there we go. So now we can save that, and you can download your image as a PNG. So it's a really good tool that is built into Imagine. So I strongly recommend Tangent Crystal if you are making coloring book images, because it will really make your coloring book images pop. You will lose any of that weird grayness. Let's go back and I can show you more what I mean. So for example, here's an image that I like, but you can see it's got a ton of gray in it. Now, if I go over to Imagine and we pop that image in there, we can actually edit it here and you can see we can play with the brightness until it becomes a picture that we can color. So there we go, a little bit of editing. And that's a much better coloring image. See, if we look at the original, there's no way you could color all this gray. You see how much gray is in there? That would be impossible to color. But once we've run that through Imagine, you can see that now it's a whole lot easier to color. Now, this isn't necessarily the best image in the world. This is one I just grabbed from Midjourney, but it's not bad. You can see what Crystal does. It's a really, really powerful tool, and there isn't anything else like it on the market. So that takes us back to our Cryptid PDF. So this is a brand new resource. I've just added it to Gumroad, and you can go and grab it free now at katharyne.gumroad.com. I will put the direct link under the video down here so you can go and check that out. And this has a whole bunch of information on cryptids that you can use to create books. So why have I made this? Well, cryptids are actually a rapidly growing niche. They had a little peak here in about 2014, 2015, then dropped again. But since then, they've been steadily rising right here. And I know Disco Elysium, the video game, featured cryptids, and that brought it some popularity. But actually, cryptids have been around forever. What are cryptids? They are creatures, animals, that are suspected to exist, but there is no proof. So we're looking at Loch Ness monsters, Bigfoot, Sasquatch, chupacabras, yowies, and just a whole bunch more cryptids. There are so many of them. And people are fascinated by cryptids. There's so many directions you can go with them. You can make them cute and make storybooks for kids. Like when I was little, there was a TV show called The Family Ness, and it was all about a group of Loch Ness monsters that would like chat to each other and play, and it was a really fun cartoon. There are also some really scary cryptids like the Mothman, so you can get into horror and creepypasta. There's also science, pseudoscience, cryptozoology, the study of hidden animals, so you can maybe take a more scientific path with this, of cryptid expeditions, cryptid hunting. Please don't kill cryptids. They didn't do anything to you. So let's take a quick look at this. So I tell you a little bit about what cryptids are, and then I have the search volumes for all the different cryptids so you can see how popular they are, which ones you should put in your books. And hey, if you sell on other platforms, you could always make cryptid plushies, you can make board games, you can make video games. Like, there's different directions you can take this niche. And I have some types of cryptid. And then this is probably the really helpful bit. We have a whole bunch of books, low content, medium content, that you can make. Loch Ness Monster's swim workout, the Yowie dating guide. Did you know there is a creature in Australia that's kind of like a Bigfoot? And he's called a Yowie. And there are literally women that go out to try and bag a Yowie. So they put out cigarettes and beer, and they hope that a big hunky Yowie's going to come along and be very grateful for that. I guess it could happen. Also, Yeti porn. We've talked about that in the past. But there is a big, giant section on KDP for Yeti and shapeshifter romance. I'm calling it romance. I'm being tactful. But it's a thing. It's a whole big thing. Then I've got a couple of examples that I made in Tangent Templates. So Tangent Templates is great. You can make coloring books. And of course, I used Crystal to make this image. You can see how nice and clean the lines are. I used Midjourney and Crystal. And there's some low content ideas in here. If you were going on a cryptid expedition log, or you're logging dreams about cryptids, you could make a cryptid dream journal. So Tangent Templates makes this super, super easy for you to create a low content book, a medium content book, coloring book. So I have some examples of that in here. I've also included keywords. So anything related to cryptids, there's hundreds of keywords in here. And I did something a little bit different with this book. So in the previous resource packs, I just gave you prompts. With this one, what I've done is given you style references. So a style reference is a number that you put at the end of your prompt in Midjourney. And it basically gives you a specific style. So no matter what you're generating, it could be a house, it could be a city, using these style references is going to give you a consistent style throughout. So instead of giving you prompts, I've given you style references, but with cryptid examples. I mean, how gorgeous is that? Look at this Bigfoot here. Like, that's pretty realistic. And it works for anything. So I used the same style reference for a mermaid, a sphinx, Cthulhu, a dragon, and Bigfoot. And it made these beautiful images. So all of these style references in here, I mean, that's the cover image there. And that's a style reference. And again, you can use this for everything. See, look how it looks with a sphinx, a genie, a tiger. I love that genie. What a great picture. And so on. There's the Mothman, Loch Ness Monster. We talked about making things scary, creepypasta. Wow, she looks like my friend. I actually have a friend that kind of looks like that. She's a clown, so she wears heavy makeup. I'm sure she won't mind me saying that. But you can make these creepy looking pictures using this style reference. And I mean, like, look at this one. This is just art right here. You can make a calendar, a cryptid calendar like that. So you can take all of these style references, and here's a secret. You don't even have to use these style references for cryptids. You could adapt these for anything. So any kind of book you're making, any kind of kids book, adult book, calendar, planner, you could even put them on a tote bag, or you could even put them on a t-shirt. Get on Amazon merch and put them on a t-shirt. Like, there's a million things you can do with this artwork. So use these style references and have a lot of fun with them. I tried to pick some of my favorite style references. Look at these. Aren't they stunning? So all of this absolutely free in my Cryptid Niche guide right there. So all available on Gumroad. So I know this was a long video. This is what we covered. We talked about the Cryptid resource pack. We talked about my AlphaBet course, free, alphabet.tangent.rocks. We talked about my new t-shirts and hoodies, so you can go and grab those now. And we also had the Imagine birthday code, because it's my birthday on the 30th. So I hope all of this has been super valuable to you. If you've enjoyed watching, please do remember to subscribe to the channel, like the videos, that way you start seeing more of them in your feed. And also, one favor to you guys, if you have any suggestions for what you would like to hear from me, please do send us messages at support@tangent.rocks. We don't promise to do everything because, as you can see, we're working very hard trying to bring you lots of goodies. We've got lots more things on the way that we want to bring you for Tangent templates, for our courses, lots of extra goodies, as you can see, lots of AI stuff. So we are working very, very hard. But I would love to know if we are giving you guys what you want. If there's something you would love to hear from me or from Isaac, or something you would love to see in any of our products, please send us a message, support@tangent.rocks. We are always listening. We're always open to your ideas. We don't guarantee to do all of them, but by you telling us what you want, that gives us more of a feel that we're heading in the right direction with you. All right, guys, have a great week. It's awesome to see you. Love you. Bye.